When it comes to regulation, can you tell me a bit about the regulatory hurdles that self-driving cars might face or are already facing?
Yeah. So in general, the regulatory space in the US is actually pretty open. So one of the things that's allowed America to be innovative for so long is that we have what I classify as a permissive legal system. If there isn't a law that says you can't, you can. And then we have a whole bunch of other things that allow you to sue people if they are kind of doing really dumb things. And so in general, most places in the US, self-driving cars, you could put them on the road and have them operate, and it would be fine. California took the step of trying to really take a forward stance on self-driving vehicles and be a world leader in that. And so a few years ago, the California DMV was tasked with creating regulations for testing vehicles and operating them. And a couple of years ago now, they finished the regulations for testing, and they're working on early drafts for the regulations for operations. And it's a tough job because it's creating regulations for technology that isn't quite out in the market yet, but progress is being made.
Right. And so with the pre-draft regulations that were released recently, can you tell me a bit about the hurdle that presented?
Yeah. So the California DMV has been working on these operational regulations, and recently they put out for discussion kind of an early draft of those regulations. And in that draft, they're explicitly excluding vehicles that could drive by themselves. And this seems, we've been very public about saying we don't agree with that. We think that a lot of the value of this technology will come from allowing people to be able to use it when they shouldn't or can't drive. And that'll unlock a lot of the possibilities. So I know the California DMV has had sessions where they've engaged with the public, and there's been a lot of, comments around this part of the regulation. And, they're good people doing a hard job, but I'm sure they're going to listen and adjust things over time.
Right, so the DMV has expertise in regulating people, like human drivers, not necessarily robotics or algorithms. So what work needs to be done in order for appropriate regulation to be crafted?
Well, I think the biggest thing is for the federal DOT and NHTSA to step in. And I unfortunately couldn't hear everything Secretary Fox had to say in the back room, but I know he and the NHTSA administrator are tremendous proponents for advancing and innovative safety technologies. And so I think having the DOT and NHTSA step forward and work through the regulations for the parts that they know how to do best, around safety systems, around vehicle systems, and have the state DMVs do what they do best is the right way to do it.